more favourably here. Rogic! Osman so does go for it. That is spectacular! Wow! Bang on 90 minutes! A magic moment from Osman so!
What a finish. Celtic suffer in injury time. Let's hear from two of the goal scorers now with Luke Shanley.
Osman, Sam, very well done. Sam, did Hearts deserve the point in the end after that?
Yeah, I would say so. Like I said, we had a game plan the other day that we were trying to execute against Celtic. I think we done it really well. Waited for the right times to press and we done it, and we undersell a good point.
What about this man's goal?
It's unbelievable. He does it in training all the time, so it's not really, it doesn't surprise me at all.
We're going to talk us through it then, Osman. Talk us through the goal.
I was a bit lucky with the deflection, so I don't take all the...
How important a point is that for Hearts against the champions scoring in the last minute?
No, a point is a point, and I think we did well, and it was quite an even game. Both teams had chances, so yeah.
Sam, does that prove Hearts can challenge Celtic, even if it is just by a game basis? 2 draws against them in the league this season.
Yeah, definitely. I think on our game we can compete with anyone in the league, but I think it's just trying to narrow down losing some silly goals like we have in the past few weeks. But once we get that sorted, sure we'll have a great season.
Well done today.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Alan Stubbs, what was the game plan that Sam Nicholson spoke about there?
Well, I think if you look at this game compared to the last game in the Cup, you know, the fact that Robbie's gone with 2 up front, I think was a big difference for them getting a result today. Because the 2 of them, on the majority of occasions, tried to occupy the Celtic back 4, and they didn't have it their own way, and they weren't allowed to stroll the ball from one side to the other. You know, and I think that was probably the most important aspect of Robbie's game plan today.
And will you have seen that in recent games, particularly in Europe, and learnt from that?
Robbie?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as I said, we highlighted stuff before the game started, and I don't think it's any secret. A lot of managers are looking to go and press in the right area. Young Sam Nicholson was speaking about game plans and when to spring that trap. But when you're springing that trap, you can't go in 1s and 2s because Celtic are too good and they'll pass through you. So it has to be done in the right numbers. And Hearts did that today. They threw a game at Celtic, and Celtic are coming away with a point when it looked like they were going to get 3, but Osman Sow is quite laid back there and very honest to say that the deflection took it into the top corner. But I thought it was a good game, and it proved to everyone.
I would never have said that.
No chance.
No, I don't think I would have.
No. But what it does, it proves to everyone that if you do have a go at Celtic and you are brave about it, then you can get results.
Did Igor Rossi's Sunday stroll cause Hearts to concede that first goal back in the first half?
Well, I think...
What's he thinking?
Me as a manager,
well,
he's obviously looking to step out and try and influence the game. But I think now you're not influencing it, and he's just got, whether it's a rush of blood or enthusiasm. But now, if you look where the ball's gone to, that is his position. So then Gomez drops back in and heads it back into a position where you would expect him to pick up the second ball. And at that moment, that's where Hearts just looked unbalanced.
Yeah, they just fractured the back 4, but what must be pointed out is the midfield runner of Beaton. When that's all broken down during the week by Robbie Neilson, he'll see that Blabin just loses Beaton. Zoom, I think, as well is culpable in that. But as I say, as Alan's absolutely right, if you break the back 4, then you can give yourself problems against a quality side like Celtic. Terrific ball, great finish.
And for the equaliser coming in the first half, did Hearts gamble, just as you suggested in your initial post-match summary? They put men forward.
Well, this normally, if you're playing 1 up front, then So's heading out onto no one.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that Riley is there, he keeps it alive. They win the second ball into midfield, and this is a great ball. Personally, you'd like to see it defended better, but it's a absolutely peach of a ball for an attacking point of view to try and get on the end of it. He gets a little bit of luck from it.
Deserves
but
it
I think when you put a ball in like that, you know, you deserve a little bit of luck and all.
Now, 70 minutes, Celtic back in front again. Is Tom Rogic one of the discoveries of this season, and should he have been discovered before now by the Celtic manager?
Well, he's a very good player. He came on at Tynecastle in the League Cup, and he was definitely the player for me to change the game. You can pull that to bits and say about what Hearts could have done defensively. Let's just rave about the finish. It's cultured, it's placed, and I say placed because it's just guided And there's so much. Watch Neil Alexander. That looks as if he's close. That's gone past him there when it's hitting the bar. There's so much power, and it's a side foot finish, so it shows you how cultured that left foot is of Rogic. And I do believe that he's a good footballer.
Reminds me of an Alan Stubbs goal at the Copeland Road end at Ibrox many years ago, Stubbsy.
Cultured than me, don't go on the same level.
Certainly not their pace.
Yeah.
It's Edinburgh, culture city. Now, let's look at the goal right in stoppage time. Why couldn't Celtic see out this game?
Well, it's a silly foul. Andy Walker was absolutely spot on. For James Forrest to throw away a silly foul there gives Hearts just an opportunity. And I said Osman So's very honest, and it is the deflection. It just creates a little bit of cut spin. You couldn't really see it too clearly. You can see our last replay there. You're still not quite seeing it, but just as it hits, because of the way the ball's flying, watch it just clip there. It creates a little bit of outward spin, and that takes it from left to right. And Craig Gordon then is helpless. You can see he's expecting it to come a little bit closer, but because of the deflection ever so slight, it takes it away into the top corner. I think a point was probably right.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was an really entertaining game of football, and chances at both ends. And I think a draw is a fair result, to be honest.
Absolutely.
That goal, by the way, was Hearts' first shot on target of the second half. Here's the Celtic manager.
Ronnie, your thoughts on that?
I think it was a good performance. I think we started the game very well. First 20 minutes, we controlled it and we created a couple of chances. Then we get a couple of injury problems and we have to turn it around, and we didn't come to ourselves for a time then, but scored a nice goal and conceded a stupid goal in the end of the first half that we should do something with. But again, I think we showed mentality when we come out again, controlled again, and created chances and scored the 2-1 goal. It was a fantastic play and good attack. So, and the 2-2 goal, what can you do? It's a hit of the year. I haven't seen it one more time. If that goes straight into the corner, it's nothing to say about that, and it's just congratulations. So, but I'm happy today. My old team was back again today. It was a team spirit there. It was people fighting for each other. And when we do that, we are very hard to beat. And we showed that today as well. And that's what we have to take with us from today. That was a team that stand together and work for 90 minutes. And we had our ups and downs, but we get through it. And in the end, what can you do? That's how it's happened.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I suppose what you can do is win the games. Can he really be happy when Celtic haven't won again?
Well, the pressure will continue to increase on Ronnie Dyer.
Is he kidding himself there?
I thought the first part of the first half they were excellent, especially in that final third of Hearts. But once Hearts get a grip of their game plan, they grew into the match, and I think, as I said, a draw was a fair result.
OK, Neil, thank you very much for joining us. Stubbsy, thanks for joining us as well. You've got a busy night tomorrow. Good luck with that. Thank you very much indeed. Now, stay with us here on Sky Sports 1. Plenty more live football to come. Of course, we're back with the Dundee Derby on midday next Saturday. That's on Sky Sports 1. Looking forward to that one. And next here on Sky Sports 1, it's Nottingham Forest against Leeds on Sky Sports 1. Well, Celtic have failed to win for the 6th time in 9 games, just when Ronnie needed a win most of all. Have a great new year when it comes. Bye for now.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.